It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets,
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
22-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and 10, Newton. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Drop it.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try to run forward with Dobbins. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it. You work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
We're scoreless after 1.
34-yard line.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
Mark Andrews.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 55 yards.
Ravens.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And will they make up for it? Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick.
He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Third-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain of a yard.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards on the ground. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This time, Jackson will throw it. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many got.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Short throw to Smith. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete to Jonnu Smith. It's a gain of 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And a little floater there is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Newton on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Smith catches left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there just before halftime. 81 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line. And so a net negative there of 4 yards.
We never know, just when it's our time, and legends are gone, and we don't know why. So before they go, look, here go toast, and give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like Will, I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I was a blessed with no one who feel. Don't know how it feels, I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip, my life is a flick.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. They go play action with Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
First down.
And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Patriots nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Great. Express. Yes, Mike. Better bring it. You better bring it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson, rolling to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
On the carry for Baltimore.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down the middle. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throw caught here by Bird. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Newton. Short throw to Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back now in Foxborough.
With the score.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a first down throw for Newton. Caught left side by Hilton. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Again, Newton. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
24. Patriots 8.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Patriots take over
at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Number 13, T.Y. Hilton. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
For the Patriots.
From the gun, Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
1st and 10.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Julian Blackman bringing him down. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he
chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not when you expect it when the play began.
Well, he had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
5-yard line.
Off play action. Newton. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
20.
Let's make these babies cry.
On 4th down, Newton. And it is incomplete. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Is a turnover on downs.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
The tackle made.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts
Loss of a yard.
as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
1st down.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
That keeps the score. Ravens 24,